Prabhupada cookies. At cooking time, we will let you know. Okay, now that the time is there, have a Preethi here. They on the call.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Nice to see you, Mataji. I love your smiley face.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all so much.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Can you all hear me clearly? And is my voice coming well?
Mataji, just like
Breaking is there. I try to mute everybody and see what happening.
Okay.
I'm so happy to see you, Mataji.
No,
me
thank
too.
you, dear. Thank you, people. Thank you, guys. So is everything okay? The voice quality, is there too much buffering or is it okay?
Mataji, it's like while you're speaking, it's like that there is like
Some
some
disturbance
other noises
is coming.
coming.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. This is Harini.
When you are speaking.
Mataji, now it is fully breaking.
Now it's okay.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. This is Harini.
Yeah, it is. It's this.
वो क्या है?
That. It's just a video filter.
Okay. So what we can do is we can just start off with the prayers. I know my internet is unstable.
Okay, let's sing Mangala Charan, everybody. Mataji will be there. Her video was struck.
ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. Can Mataji come back?
Haribol Mataji, we can hear you, Mataji now.
Yes, Mataji, we can hear you.
And project Mataji if you need it.
But we can't see you.
Project.
And also we can't see your presentation.
Yeah. So somehow it's not working, but can you all hear me?
Yes, Mataji, we can hear you properly now. It's not breaking.
Yeah, Mataji.
So can Vinita Mataji, I'll have to ask you to present because the internet connection.
Sure, I will present. Let the kids start doing their verses, Mataji. By then I'll put the PPT.
Yes. So let's.
Mataji, can I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Mataji. तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते. हरे कृष्ण Mataji.
Thank you, Mukund. Hare Krishna.
Ramachandra said, Mataji, this is Harini. Can I say?
Yes, after Ramachandra, who was the one who called out now?
Harini.
Nandini. Okay, after Ramachandra, Nandini.
No, Harini.
Harini. Okay. Ramachandra, you can go next, Harini.
तेषां शततयुक्तानां भजतं प्रीतिपूर्वकं दधामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते.
Very good, Ramachandra. Good.
Mataji, can I say? This is Harini.
Okay, after Harini, was it Akshita? Who was it?
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, Harini.
Okay.
I can't hear you, Harini. You have to unmute.
You're muted. तेषां सतितयुक्तायां भजितं प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते.
Very good, Harini.
Mataji, can Samskriti go after Akshita?
Yes, after Akshita, Samskriti. Now Akshita.
तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते.
Good job. Next.
Mataji, can Parikshit go after Samskriti?
Yes, after Samskriti, Parikshit, then Balaram. Yes, Parikshit. I mean, Samskriti.
तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते. Thank you, Mataji.
Very good. So Parikshit and Balaram can do the next verse.
अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता.
Excellent. Very good. Balaram?
Balaram just said Parikshit.
Oh, Parikshit then. Parikshit? Parikshit, are you there?
He's there, Mataji, but he's muted.
You're muted.
Okay, I wasn't able to unmute. Okay. तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता.
Good job. Very nice. Such a good attempt. All of you did really well.
Mataji, can I go? This is Shubhadra.
Yes, Shubhadra, you can go.
तेषां शततयुक्तानां भजतं प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते. तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता. Thank you, Mataji.
Very good. So can we have the next set of children do the translation? Anyone wants to give the translations for these two verses?
Mataji, can I say this?
Yes, go ahead.
अहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामात्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भासतः.
Very good.
Mataji, can I also do the sloka?
Okay, you can do the sloka.
तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयास्यात्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता.
Mataji, can I say the translation?
Yes, go ahead.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted unto me, to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Can Ramachandra say the next verse translation?
Yes, next verse translation.
To show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their heart, destroy with a shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance.
Very good. So you all are doing amazingly well. So
Translation.
yes, go ahead.
Arjuna says, to those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give understanding by which they can come to me. Mataji, could I also say text 11's verse?
Yes, you can.
तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामात्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वतः.
Very good.
Mataji, can I say the verse?
Yes, you can.
तेषामेवानुकम्पर्तमहमज्ञानजं तमा नाशयम्यात्मभावस्तो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता. Thank you, Mataji.
Good job.
Mataji, can Samskriti read the verse?
Yes, go ahead.
तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थमहमज्ञानजं तमा नाशयामि आत्मभावस्तु ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता.
Good job, people. All of you are doing so well. Thank you all so much. I think you've become experts in these verses. So, what is the pastime that we are discussing?
Damodar Leela. The time when Krishna dragged the mortar
and freeze the
when Krishna was tied to the motor.
Okay. So, what did we see in our previous session? Anyone remembers?
protective. That mothers are very protective.
Others are very protective.
and also that Balaram had come and he was like, I'm Sankarsana, and then he went in front of Yashoda Maya, and then Yashoda Maya is saying, oh wow, such a great personality came in my house. Then where is Lord Sankarsana? Then Balaram started to say, I'm Lord Sankarsana. Then I don't remember what she said next, but then Balaram also got afraid and then he went away.
Right?
He couldn't do anything.
And then he had said to Krishna that sorry, Krishna, I can't do anything this time. I think you're.
Balaram also said that I told you not to do this and like not to do any of these naughty stuff, and now look at the result.
I know. Seriously, Krishna. Yeah.
Look at the karma.
Good. So Mother Yashoda went back to do her chores, right? And Krishna, what was he doing here in the lawn? What was he doing?
So Mother Yashoda told the friends of Krishna to watch him so he doesn't go anywhere. But then Krishna still, even though he could ask his friend to take him out, but instead he lies. He says, look over there, there's a lot of butter there. And so you go over there. Because he felt comfortable of the love of Mother Yashoda, so he wanted to stay in there. And he spotted the two big Arjuna trees in the backyard.
So he spotted the two big Arjuna trees in the backyard.
And then he crawled there with the motor dragging behind him. And then he got
stuck.
Yeah, he was stuck, and then he just pulled so hard that the both of them went out, and Nalkuver and Manigriv came out.
Okay, so that's the next part, right? So
yeah, that's what we are going to do today.
He decides to move around with a mortar tied to his waist, and he's just moving around. And then he casts his eyes on this. So why do you think these two trees, these Arjuna trees, they have always been in the backyard of Krishna's house, right? They're two huge trees. I mean, who can skip seeing huge trees, right? So they were two huge trees. So why did Krishna specifically think about these two trees and decide to go between them only today?
These two were cursed and
because they've been cursed by Narada Muni, and I know the whole story.
Yeah, but the trees were always there. Krishna could have thought about the trees any time. Why today?
Maybe because Yashoda Maya was always watching.
They see the pastimes of Lord Krishna.
Because it's the right time too.
Yes, it is the right time.
Because it's the Lord's arrangement, and he doesn't want to do it at the wrong time. At the time when.
Because Narada Muni gave a specific time they'd see Lord
Because
Krishna.
he wanted to break the ropes that Yashoda Maya bounded him with.
Mataji, I think he wanted to maybe free the curse of the two personalities.
Yes.
Manigriva.
So, it was only today, as one of you said, it was only today that Krishna was being bound. So, unless you are in a very painful situation and you experience that pain, you won't be able to understand what the other person's pain is. Okay? So, if supposing someone is going through a rough phase in life, they are really troubled. So it's very hard to understand really what they're going through. But if you are going through a similar situation, you can empathize with that person. What do we mean by empathize? Meaning you can feel, oh,
Can feel.
yes, I understand
You
what
know
this
it.
person is going through. You understand it, right? You know it. So similarly, what was Krishna's situation today that he could empathize with the trees? How was he? How was he conditioned today when this happened?
He was also in trouble. He was also in big trouble. And Nalkavar and Manigriva were also in big trouble.
Yeah, what sort of trouble were they in?
That they were stuck in the
They
life
were,
of a tree.
they
Of
were
Yamala
stuck.
Arjuna
They were
trees.
stuck. They were both stuck.
Yeah, how were they stuck? How was Krishna stuck? He was?
He was tied.
He was tied to the grinding mortar.
And Nalakura and Manigriva were rooted to the ground.
Very good, very good. So Krishna, at this point in time, he was tied. He was tied down to the mortar, right? So he could understand the pain of being tied up, the pain of being bound like that, bound like that. So he could understand these trees also, they have been bound up. Who are these two trees? They have been
Nalkavar and Manigriva.
and they have been bound to the of trees. So he could understand, they are also in the same situation as me. So it was that day that he decided to repay his debt. Okay.
Mataji,
Hmm.
I have a question. Didn't Krishna do this at this day so that he kind of displays that humans do this type because Krishna already knows how much pain they are going. Krishna knows everything, so that's why. So isn't Krishna doing it this day and that so that we feel that this is how humans are?
Yes.
Isn't that the reason?
Yes, that's a very good understanding, actually. That's a very good understanding. And humans behave like that. So Krishna is just showing how really we all behave. That's a good understanding. Very nice analysis.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So Krishna thought, okay, similar condition. So let me release the trees. And actually, who was the one who was actually who was the one who cursed Nalakwara and Manigriva?
Narada Muni, their own guru. Their own
Ah,
guru, Narada Muni.
and Narada Muni is a great devotee of Krishna. So Krishna really wanted to do a favor for Narada Muni because it was Narada Muni's words that Nalakwara and Manigriva were tied up and they had to be released by Krishna. So Krishna remembered Narada Muni and he wanted to do a favor for Narada Muni. He wanted Narada Muni's words to come true that he had to deliver. Krishna had to personally deliver them. So therefore, that day he cast his eyes off the trees. Okay, so
Mataji, in this case, it's like Narada Muni is like Yashoda Maya. By giving the curse, he tied Nalkuvera and Manigriva to the trees.
yes.
Mukund, your headsets has some problem. Your side is a lot of noise coming when you're speaking.
So yes, you're right. That is a very correct thing. Very similar to Mother Yashoda. Narada Muni was very merciful, very merciful, very nice. Good. So he decided to go near the trees and he could feel the pain that particular day because he knew how it is to be bound up. So Krishna, he went there and then he went in between the trees and the mortar got stuck between the two trees. You all know that story. And he pulled it really hard. He pulled it really hard, so much so that the two Arjuna trees came crashing down. Okay. So imagine, have you seen large trees in your life, anybody?
Yes, Mataji, there's one right in front of my house.
So anyone has heard of redwood trees?
Yes, Mataji, they are in the coastal of California.
California,
They're
yeah.
really giant, and the reason why they're called redwood trees are because they actually have redwood on them.
Yeah, they are.
They're like reddish trunk.
Mataji, I've seen one before because I live near some.
Oh, really? Very good. So you've seen, right? The redwood trees, they are really huge in size. Have you seen the diameter of those trees? Like this.
Yes,
Big.
Mataji, it's like if three humans will lay down sleeping, then it would be that fat.
Yes. So these Arjuna trees were bigger than those redwood trees, okay? Much bigger than those redwood trees. So Krishna, he's so tiny. You see him in that picture, he's super tiny. So, and imagine, he just takes a mortar between the two trees and he just pulls them hard, and the two trees, they just fell
And
down
it
from
makes
the.
a big, huge noise.
Yeah, and it made a big, huge, thunderous noise. Okay, so Krishna at this point, he could really understand the pain of being bound up. See, can we move to the next slide, Vanita Mataji?
Mataji, when Krishna had uprooted the trees by dragging the mortar between them, then for how long Malkuver and Manikriv were in that tree before?
These are thousands and thousands of years.
Thousands.
Thousands of years. So finally,
Billion.
yeah, Krishna was so merciful that he could relate to the pain of bondage and he released them from bondage. Mataji, the next one, next slide.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hmm. So now Krishna, he was so powerful that he just went between the trees and he released both of them. But did you all realize something, that even now Krishna was bound, right? So the rope was around his waist, it was around the mortar. If Krishna is so powerful, why couldn't he just remove the rope from his tummy? It's so simple, right? Why should he go and do so much? I mean, if he's so powerful, he was able to break trees and do all this. Couldn't he remove the rope from his belly? Is he so
Maybe
powerless?
because he wanted to show that he's like a human
Because
who
he didn't
cannot
want.
take out a tight
Because he didn't.
rope.
Because of the love of Mother Yashoda, he didn't want to leave it.
Yes, because he was capable of breaking the bondage of the trees. But Krishna was not able to break the bondage of affection, the affection that Mother Yashoda tied him with. So it is just not rope, it is ropes of love. So she had so much love and affection for Krishna. So when she tied up Krishna like that, Krishna voluntarily became bound. Right? We saw the two fingers short, you have gone through all that. So it is Krishna's desire at that point in time that he wants to be bound by his devotees. So that's why it was a bond of affection. He couldn't break the bond of affection. Krishna becomes very subservient towards his loving devotees. So though he was so strong and he could pull down trees, he could not break this bond of affection.
Mataji, it's like the picture that we had drew yesterday.
Yes, like the picture that was with the love and what it is. Yes, but Yashoda is holding that bond. Very nice. Really,
Noise come.
next one. Yes, tell me. Yeah. So there are some stories that talk about how Krishna is bound by the love of his devotees. You all know Vamanadev's story, right? What happened to
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
No, Mataji.
you
Bali
don't know?
Maharaj.
Yes,
Bali Maharaj.
Mataji, I know.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, Vamanadev, he became the doorkeeper of Bali Maharaj, right? Because he liked Bali Maharaj so much, he decided to become the doorkeeper of Bali Maharaj. And it so happened that when Vamanadev was the doorkeeper of Bali Maharaj, he was guarding at Sutala Loka where Bali Maharaj resides. At that time, once Durvasa Muni and others, Bhrigu Muni, so many great sages, they all came down from Maharloka because the people in the upper planetary systems were having some problems. They were undergoing some issues and they wanted Vamanadev to come and help them. So they went all the way there with the entire entourage of the demigods, requesting Vamanadev to leave Sutala planet and come and help them in the upper planetary system. Does anyone know the relationship between Indra and Vamana?
Brothers.
Anyone know?
They are brothers. Because Vamandev was born from Aditi.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, Mataji.
And they wanted Vamanadev to come and help the brother, help Indra and others. All the sages also went. They all requested Vamanadev, please come. We need your help for some reasons. But then at that time, Vamanadev, you know what he said? He said, no, I cannot come because I'm bound by the affection for Bali Maharaj. If Bali Maharaj gives me permission to leave, then I can leave. So then all these sages, they went and asked Bali Maharaj permission. Can you please send Vamanadev with us? And Bali Maharaj said, no, I cannot send him. I cannot live without Vamanadev even for 1 second. So there is no way I'm going to send him. And then when they all went back to Vamanadev and they asked him, can you please come with us? At that time, Vamanadev said no.
Even though as a demon, Bali Maharaj had lots of love
Yes, he had
for Krishna.
so
Demon
much so
just
that he could bind Vamanadev with affection. That's another story of how the devotees get bound. The devotees bind Krishna by their affection. So Vamanadev never leaves Bali Maharaj's place. So this story is there in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita. That's quoted, one of the stories with Bali Maharaj. So Krishna always loves his devotees and he's bound by the affection of his devotees. And how many of you have seen the Banki Bihari temple?
This is Banka Bihari temple.
No, this is not, but it's just a pastime that we're going to talk about.
Looks like
I couldn't.
This is ISKCON Baltimore
It's
Temple.
in Baltimore Temple, Mataji.
I know. So it sounds
I think I've been here.
Baltimore and Banki Bihari, they sound similar, right? Okay, anyway. So have anyone been to Banki Bihari in Vrindavan?
I have not, Mataji.
Mataji, I have not been to Vrindavan only.
No. Okay. Vrindavan only. Okay. So there is a temple called as the Banki Bihari temple. Sorry, because I didn't update my slides and share it to Vinita Mataji. You can't see the picture of Banki Bihari. And I'm not able to do it on the computer for you now, but maybe we'll send a picture of Banki Bihari on the group. And this is the deity of Banki Bihari. Very, very beautiful deity and the most famous deity in Vrindavan. Okay, he's the most famous deity there. That deity, if you visit the temple, all times you see that the curtain is closed and open. Every few minutes, they keep closing the curtain. Generally, in all our temples, whenever bhoga is offered, curtains are closed. Or there is particular timings when Krishna is resting, curtains are closed and opened like that. But in the Banki Bihari temple, very, very frequently, they keep closing the screens and they open the screen. Just like you see this Baltimore temple picture here. You see the screen is half open. So like that, they keep closing the curtains. And it's very, very confusing why that had to be done. And there is a story why oftentimes this curtain is closed. There was once a princess from Rajasthan. She was a great devotee of Krishna. She would travel often to Vrindavan. She would come and she would take darshan of Krishna. And she loved Krishna so much. So when she came and saw this Banki Bihari deity in the temple, she fell in love with the deity. She liked the deity so much. She just loved Krishna so much that she just couldn't leave Krishna. But however, eventually, because she's a princess and she has got other duties, she had to leave that place and go back to her kingdom. But even when she was in her kingdom, she would non-stop keep thinking about Banki Bihari because of her love for Krishna. So she would keep thinking about him again and again and again, so much so that Banki Bihari got bound by her love. So Banki Bihari decided, this girl is always thinking of me. So what he did is to give his darshan to her because she so much longed for Krishna's darshan. She just wanted to see Banki Bihari all the time. So therefore, Banki Bihari, he left the altar. He just left the altar and he went to her palace. And the priests, one day when they opened the curtain, they found that Banki Bihari was missing. Imagine, the deity from the temple was missing. So much love that lady had for Banki Bihari that Banki Bihari decided to go to her palace. So deities don't move, right? But Banki Bihari loved her so much that he just decided to vanish from there and be with this princess. So the priests, when they opened the curtain one day, they saw Banki Bihari was missing and they started searching everywhere in the nearby places and so many places they went and they kept searching. And finally, they got to know that Banki Bihari had gone to this princess' palace. And then they understood about the devotion of this princess and they retrieved Banki Bihari and brought him back. However, the culture in the temple now is that anyone who sees Banki Bihari for so much, with so much love and devotion, they just get captivated and Krishna becomes sold to the devotee. So in fear, it is said that the custom is they keep closing the curtain now and then so that nobody gets enchanted by the deity and the deity doesn't run away with them. So that's a little story of how Krishna gets sold out to his devotee, so much so that he can do anything for the devotee. Banki Bihari ran away from that place to be with the prince.
Mataji, can't the Banki Vihari teaches, can't they see through the curtains because they're Krishna, right?
And they what?
Because they're Krishna, right?
Yeah, Krishna. But Krishna, though he's the Supreme Lord and he's everything, when he's like a kid in front of his devotee. Okay, so he does anything for his devotee. So he literally ran away from there for the sake of his devotee. So that's what we are trying to understand here. And the Pujari is there. They are so protective of Banki Bihari that they keep closing the curtain often because they don't want any more incidents. They don't want any more people like the princess coming and taking away their Banki Bihari. So these are all different emotions of different devotees, how they look at the deity and how the deity responds with them.
Who was?
Mataji, there's also another deity that doesn't go by himself, but by the
Sakshi Gopal.
yeah, Sakshi Gopal.
Sakshi Gopal, yes, that's right. That's right. Very similar stories, right? So Sakshi Gopal also was bound by the love of that Brahmana who called him. Yes, he decided to walk. Yeah. Who is that? Who wanted to say something?
Me, Keshavi.
Yes, Keshavi. Keshavi, I always have a question for you. You're Keshavi or Keshavi?
Me too, Mataji.
The second one.
The second one? Oh, okay. Go ahead, Keshavi.
I have two questions. Mukund
Yeah.
said, yeah, it was Sakshi Gopal. And the other one was, what's the princess's name?
I'll have to look up. I really don't know. Anyone knows the princess name? I can actually send it to you. I think she was from Karoli, Rajasthan. Some people say it was a queen. Some people say it's a princess. So I don't know the exact name of that person. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. But I believe it's from Karoli, Rajasthan. I can look it up. I couldn't find the exact name, but let me see. Let me do some more research and get back. Okay. And yeah, next slide. Let's look at the next part of this. Yeah. So Krishna, he pulled down these trees and the trees crashed down. And the poets, they praise the beauty of Krishna. Krishna looked so beautiful when he was pulling the trees. So it's not, see, when we do some hard work, we don't look very beautiful. We put in so much effort and it's so difficult for people to see our faces, right? We make all sorts of faces and it's not very pleasant. But when Krishna does something, whatever he does, even if he's doing the most arduous task, it looks so nice to the eyes. So the poets, they praise the beauty of Krishna and they talk about how he had a beautiful complexion and his ankle bells were jingling and how he was crawling and how he pulled the mortar over the earth and how the Arjuna trees fall down. So even during that time, though Krishna appeared to be in great labor, because he was really pulling hard, still he was looking so beautiful that all the poets, they have captured that scene in their hearts. Next slide, Mataji. Yeah. So actually,
This is from Little Krishna.
yeah. So when he pulled the trees, you can imagine the reaction of everyone. So what do you think happened to everyone?
Surprised and carried.
Yeah, they were all shocked. Many people fainted, especially the older gopis, the motherly gopis and others. They all fainted because they loved Krishna so much. They just lost consciousness when they heard such a loud sound because they thought Krishna is in danger. Something has happened to Krishna. So they really lost it and everyone started fainting. But however, the boys who were of Krishna's age, they were so stunned looking at Krishna that they were looking at him like as if they were still paintings. When you see still paintings, people, they all froze. Like you do the statue, everyone freezes, right? So like that, all the boys just froze. And they were looking at what is the sound and what did Krishna do? And the older gopis and others, out of affection, they started fainting, thinking something very bad happened to Krishna. And the villagers nearby, they were all very curious to know where this noise was coming from. What happened? How did such a big noise come? Imagine two big trees falling, how loud the noise would be. So they were all very, very curious to understand what had happened. So in our next session, we are going to see what were the different emotions that different people had in the next
Mataji, I have a small question.
Mm.
In Little Krishna, it says that Nanda Maharaj had untied Krishna from the mortar, but
Yes, for this, yes,
is that
yes.
right?
Yes, that is right. Yes, later. You know why? Because Yashoda had Vatsalya Rasa, right? That is parental affection. So when she has tied Krishna with parental affection, only a person who has a similar kind of affection can untie him. That's why even Krishna was not able to untie himself. So we will learn
Oh,
the future sessions, okay? So
yes,
let's do a
Mataji.
quick application for 2 minutes. I think we're already out of time, but really 2 minutes, okay? Did you ever do anything which parents want you to do and you didn't like it? Anything?
Me, every
Hmm.
kid,
This is
every kid.
Which one?
in the world. Every kid does it.
One time,
Yeah, yeah. But can you give me some examples of what you had? I mean, what your parents wanted you to do? And
Like
I don't want to do any educational program.
educational stuff. Even me.
I
Programs.
don't like to do my homework.
I don't
To
mind.
drink kara.
Watching TV, you don't like, and you're forced to do that. I think we all like to do
Okay,
it.
okay. We thought like parents don't like and you want to do. I thought like that. Okay, okay.
Well, no, kids don't. See, I like to do all that. Anything else?
homework, don't go anywhere.
I know.
Homework. Homework.
Yes, work, doing work.
Doing
Uh,
chores.
yeah, I like I choose because sometimes I do not
Sit in,
like.
sit in your school class without jumping around. I
I
always keep jumping around in every single class.
Yes.
I'm a true monkey.
I'm active. I don't jump around, but
Keep on eating my food on the class.
What is that, Vrinda? You want to do what?
I said that I all the time when my class is going on, I eat.
Yeah, even I do that. Eating and jumping around is very hard to control, right? Even I also agree.
my mother says it's bad.
Must be safe here.
like
Very nice. Okay, so now I think we have to move on to the next part of our session. So, what do we have, Mataji? We have cooking.
Prabhupada cookies.
Cookies, Mataji, cookies. I'm gonna make the cookies. I'm gonna make the cookies.
Cookies. Okay, Radhika Mataji will do, right? Cookies. Okay, let's get it.
Go.
Hari bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you very much, Mataji.
Thank
Vancha kalpataru
यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय जय Mummy, it's baking time.
Leaving.
thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, why are people leaving?
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay.
Thank you, Preethi
Mataji, why are people leaving?
No, no, don't. You have to make cookies. That's
We have to make Prabhupada cookies. Yes, Mataji, we can hear you.
Mataji, it's echoing.
I don't have any other thing over here. Is it okay now?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Now it's okay, Mataji. I just want to say thank you to Komadiki Mataji. She joined the class. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much and happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Happy birthday, Mataji. 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 Mataji, because I'm in a computer, so I won't be able to share the whole time that what food I am making. So in the end, I'll just share the food because I can't show properly with a computer.
No problem. So your screen should show.
Yes, Mataji. My screen will be off.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
That was a nice, Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
I really missed you.
Oh, that was so nice. Thank you.
Actually, happy birthday, Mataji.
No, it was not my birthday. It was Kaumudiki Mataji's birthday.
No, I'm talking about the other Mataji.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You miss Preethi Vilasini Mataji?
Yes.
Oh, I think so. She might be there still in the call. She might be listening you.
Mataji, what are we making?
We are making
Mataji.
Prabhupada cookies. This one. So for that we need
Mataji, I found a position and I can show now.
thank you. So we need 1 cup.
Mataji, how much more do you need?
Mataji, 1 cup of what?
Yeah, all-purpose flour,
Okay.
and we need half cup of butter. I'm just using 1 stick of room temperature. I think we can use the fresh butter. Last time Sita Preethi Mataji have shown you, right? If you have that, right now don't need, but next time when you are making cookies, you can make the fresh butter.
Mataji, like this type of stripe, right?
Yeah. 1 stick. Half cup.
Like half cut?
Yeah, this 1 stick half cup.
Okay. So we have to cut it into half, right? Okay. Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, how much is the butter?
Half cup. So 1 whole stick of butter.
Oh, 1 whole stick?
Thank you, Mataji. How much sugar and flour, Mataji?
How much?
How much sugar and flour?
Yeah, sugar is 1/3 cup.
1 cup of flour, right, Mataji?
Yes.
Mataji, do we have to put the butter in the flour?
Yeah.
Mataji?
Mataji?
Right?
Mataji?
You say.
Andre?
Yes.
You have any questions? Okay. See, I'm taking 1 stick of butter and add 1 cup of flour. And I'm mixing everything, okay? Why? Because this is room temperature, so you can just add everything. And 1/3 sugar. If you have blender, you can use that, or not. Hand is also fine.
Mataji? Mataji?
Yes.
Is it brown sugar? Is it
You can use
grind
any
sugar?
You can use any sugar.
Okay.
Okay.
Mataji, should
It
we
will just take 5 minutes to mix, okay?
Mataji, should we use powdered sugar?
1/3 cup of sugar.
He's asking, should we use powdered sugar?
Actually, no need of powder sugar. If you want so soft cookies, you can use powder sugar. Otherwise, normal sugar is fine. Okay. If you want cookies to be too soft, then you can use powder sugar. Otherwise, just normal sugar or brown sugar, whatever you have, you can use.
Mataji, if you use regular sugar, will it still be soft?
Yeah, it will be soft.
Mataji, look, I already put my butter into the ball.
Yeah, very good.
You need to get
Add the flour and the sugar also.
Mataji, if you're using the beater, then can we use these spiral ones?
Yes,
Like
yes,
this?
you can use. Yes,
Okay.
you can.
Can I insert? Wait, you're unmute.
And in the meanwhile, you can ask your parents' help. You can use, we'll be using for baking cookies, we'll be using the oven here.
Mataji, do we mix everything?
Yes, mix everything.
Mataji, I'm going to put carrot chips. So do I add it right now also? After mixing.
What you want to add?
I'm going to add carrot chips.
You want to add?
Yeah, but do I put it after I bake or before I bake?
Before baking.
Okay. Do I mix it with everything else?
Yeah, first mix this. If those are chips, right? You can add at the last. And with the help of your parents, you can on your oven on 375.
375?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it'd be 350.
Just will be baking for only 8 minutes.
Oh, okay.
We can bake on 200 also. But if you bake on 375, we can just bake only 8 minutes. The cookies will be ready by 8 minutes, okay? See, my dough is ready almost. See, it is in this way.
Mataji, 375 degrees?
Yes.
Mataji,
Yes.
can you tell the ingredients?
We just need 1 cup of all-purpose flour and 1/3 cup of sugar and half cup of butter.
Mataji, I have a question. How many cups of the flour?
1 cup. 1 cup.
Sugar. No sugar. Sugar. Sugar.
1/3 cup.
1/3 cup.
Yes. See, mine is in this way.
Has to be a dough, right?
Yeah. See, it is in this way. Everybody are done till here?
Mataji, can you wait for like 2 minutes or 1 minute?
Yes.
Thank you, Mataji.
I'll just wash my hands.
What is the temperature that we need to put?
375.
375. Okay.
Oh, 375. Thank you, Mataji.
So now you mix it.
Mataji, I'm mixing my thing.
Okay. Then you can take one baking tray. I'm just showing you. I'm waiting for you, okay? For 2 minutes.
Do you need a baking powder or baking soda or anything?
No, nothing. Only 3 ingredients.
Oh, okay.
I just took one baking tray and applying little butter to that. Shall we do this step? Everybody done with mixing? Cookies, how much time? It's 8:06. Then take butter and apply for your baking tray. You can use your hand or anything. If you have brush, you can use that, okay? So this is the baking tray I have taken and just applying little butter. Shall we go for next step?
Yes, Mataji.
We are just making balls, the dough which we have prepared, okay? If you want little bigger cookies, you can make this much size ball.
See, the house is gonna be Prabhupada cookies.
You're asking about the taste or what you're asking?
So Mataji, they were saying that it was about Prabhupada cookies, but if we make balls, how is it gonna be Prabhupada cookies?
No, I'm saying Prabhupada used to give this cookies.
Oh.
Yeah. These are like easy cookies, right? So he always used to distribute to all his devotees. All small kids used to come, right? So they used to like these cookies so much. That's the reason they call this as Prabhupada cookies. He used to distribute this as a prasadam for everyone once after his class.
On the tray, what should we put, butter or oil?
Butter, if you have butter, you can keep butter.
Okay.
I'm just making balls and keeping one ball here.
Okay.
Oh, you don't need to press it, Mataji. You just need to put balls only.
Yes, Mataji, no need to press.
Okay.
Mataji, you don't need to do balls because with the butter it will melt.
Yeah, that's what. If we press, it will spread more. So no need to. Why? Because we added butter, right? Just if we make balls, it will spread.
Yeah.
See, I'm just leaving some gap between each cookie ball. You want to make ball? Yeah.
I don't know how to make a ball because
Just try it.
hard.
Just make a ball. Everybody are doing right. Shall I wait for someone? You can make balls, see, just in this way.
Mataji, how much time do we preheat the oven?
8 minutes. Preheat like 10 minutes before you can do. When you have started doing this cookie dough, right? Then that time you can start preheating. Did you already start or now you can start? That's fine.
No, I already started, Mataji.
Okay.
I'm making two at the same time.
We just have 5 minutes. If you don't have time, I'll show you till the baking part. Then you can bake it for 8 minutes, okay?
Mataji, I got 19 cookies.
19?
I mean,
Wow.
18 cookies.
18? Very nice. Small ball. How many I got? 1, 2, 3. Ball shape. Everybody are done with their balls? Cookie balls?
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, might take a little time.
Gotta wash my hands.
I'm also done making this. Shall we keep in the baking for baking? So these are
Mataji, we got 18 cookies.
I got 16, 17. I got 17 cookies.
Mataji, do you have to flatten the cookies a little?
No need. Actually, we added butter, right? So they'll just become, if you flatten it, it will more flatten. So you don't need to do that. Just leave gap between each ball, okay?
Yes, Mataji. We did that.
So now, when your oven is preheated, we can just keep it in the oven. You can take your parents' help. Is your mom or dad or anybody is there with you?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. I made 21 cookies.
Nice.
Mataji, this is good, right?
Yes, that's good.
And then we have another circle one with 5 in them.
Yeah, you can take both.
Yeah, but you have a small one.
Yeah, I'm also keeping in the oven.
That's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. You can take your parents' help, okay? Just keep it in the middle tray. Show you. Yeah, I just kept it this way. You can see, right?
Yes, Mataji.
And closer. I just kept for 8 minutes. I'm just keeping for 8 minutes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is my laddus.
Oh, nice, Keshvi.
Thank you, Mataji.
Nice. You have done both. Some are flattened and some are balls.
Yes, Mataji.
Good.
Mataji, how long do we have to put it in there for?
8 minutes is fine.
Yes, Mataji.
How much is time? It's 8:14. So these are the cookies which I made before. So it will come in this way. You can see, right?
Yeah, Mataji, we can see it's very nice.
Mataji, how much minutes do we have to bake the thing?
8 minutes.
Mataji, can you show how soft it is?
See, these are in this way.
Mataji, can you send the recipe?
Yeah, I'll send you the recipe.
Wow, Mataji, that looks very nice. It looks like coconut cookie, you know, that it looks on top, it looks like crunchy like that.
Yes, Mataji. So
Sides also, it looks like.
I just kept for 10 minutes. It was in this way. So I just thought like if 8 minutes means the color will be not too dark here.
Yeah, but it's looking good, Mataji. This color is only very nice.
Mataji, so the outside is hard, like the outside is crunchy and the inside is soft?
Yeah, it is little soft. But it is like soft, but it is not soft. See, it can break.
Mataji, I've seen videos of Prabhupada distributing cookies to kids.
Yeah, those cookies only. Very simple, right? So we can make whenever we want.
Mataji, I had even liked the peanut laddus also. They were so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mataji, we are already time of like 7:16. So we can close. All kids, please ask your parents' help in baking session. Please don't touch oven without your parents' permission. And please post your pictures and videos, whatever you have taken, okay? Pranav, what are you doing there?
Thank you very much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
हे वचः पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण माताजी। थैंक यू माताजी। हरे कृष्ण माताजी। हरे कृष्ण एवरीवन।
Hare Krishna. Bye bye.